Jag står här i Nyhamn, Köpenhamn. Och här i Danmark så är det lagligt för ensamstående kvinnor att inseminera sig och få provrörsbefruktning. Vi ska nu ta reda på vad danskarna tycker om saken och varför de tror våra lagar skiljer sig åt.
I think it's a basic human right. It's a woman's right to choose what the path in life that she wants to take, not thrust upon her by, and I'm not going to use the word men because they're involved in the society as well, but it's a woman's right to choose what kind of life she wants.
Yes, I think so. It's not personal business. They should decide whatever they want to do with their body, if they want to have a child, and if there's no technical problem, why shouldn't they decide themselves what they want to do with their life? But it's a question: who's going to pay?
Most definitely, yeah. But I think it's okay if they should pay on their own because it's not a Some people say that it's a problem for society that we don't get enough children, but I think it's okay that if they pay on their own as well as parents who can't, a man, woman who can't get children, I think it's okay if they pay on their own, so most definitely.
Well, I do have mixed feelings about it because I do think that in the end it depends on the home that the child is being brought up in.
It shouldn't depend on you getting a man to make you pregnant. It should be up to the woman to decide for herself.
Why?
Well, I guess we live in a time today where women can do everything on their own. I'm 29 and I couldn't imagine having children right now. Maybe I'm 35 or maybe 40 before I get my children. And who says that I can naturally become pregnant at that time? And who says I have a man at that time? I have no idea, but I really want to have children. So I guess I really think that should be an option you can take as a woman.
If couples get help to get impregnated, then single women should do too. It should be their right to get the same kind of service as everybody else. I am for women's rights, very much. I have 4 daughters and 2 wives.
Why do you think single women should be able to get it?
Because it's a human right to get children, even though if they haven't got a man, because you can go out and have a one-night stand and get a kid. So yeah, that's why not? I can't see why somebody should decide that you cannot have you cannot have children because you don't have a man. So,
Do you think a child needs 2 parents?
I actually do, but of course there have been numerous incidents where a child have been brought up by a single mom, and it has done so very well. But a child, I mean, I also think that if it's a boy, for instance, he does need some sense of a father figure, because if that figure is gone, it will, in the end, produce some sense of void in that child.
It's legal here in Denmark to get it if you're single, but not in Sweden. What do you think about that?
Well, actually, I really have no idea of why it is. I mean, in these areas, Denmark has always been kind of liberal in that sense. I mean, Denmark was also the first country to promote registered partnership for same-sex marriages. And I think that there has always been this liberal attitude towards it. But more than that, I really don't know.
that is so weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I don't get it. You can maybe you can answer me that. I don't get it.
Do you think it should be legal in Sweden?
Yeah, but maybe you got a very good reason why it should not be legal. But maybe the Swedish government decide that you cannot have one-night stands, or you should use protection, or where do you go cross the line? I can't see it.
I don't understand why it's illegal in Sweden, because a woman can take care of a child fine on her own. If you get divorced, or if you have some man making you pregnant and you never tell the man afterwards, you can raise your kids on your own. So I think it should be 100% that you should be able to do that.
Do you think it's bad for a child to grow up with just one parent?
I guess it's better for children to grow up with two parents, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm positive that one single man or one single woman can raise a child just as well, because you'll never be 100% alone. You always have family or friends that can support you and the child. So I think so.